It's time to say goodbye to hold music and say hello to fast customer support with Service Cloud. With trusted AI and data working together, you can skip long wait times and deliver efficient, personalized service right away, all while keeping support costs low and more customers happy. Reimagine your customer support with the #1 AI CRM for service. Learn what's possible at salesforce.com/products/service.
This episode is brought to you by Carnegie Mellon's Tepper School of Business. Want to advance your career or switch fields? An MBA from Carnegie Mellon's Tepper School of Business can help. Earn your degree from a top-ranked business school with a thought-provoking curriculum, one-on-one leadership coaching, support from experienced career counselors, and full-time, online hybrid, and accelerated MBA formats. Join the intelligent future. Visit cmu.edu/Tepper to learn more.
Welcome to the JV Impacts Podcast, where our mission is to impact someone's life every single day. We focus on how ordinary people become extraordinary. And here is your host, John Vasquez, the self-published author of You Must Believe Way of Life. Let's go.
Good morning and welcome to the JV Impacts Podcast. We talk about
This has been my life since August. What happened? Well, first of all, I decided not to finish Age of Jeremy Season 1. The reason being that it was really all over the place. There wasn't a real mission or objective of the show. It was all about just shit that I thought up and wanted to share with everybody. There was never really a purpose or at least an objective that I felt that could be picked out of the show. The purpose of this show is to show my companies moving forward based on that year's objectives, which are based off of my overall mission. Now, a few problems arise with this. The first is that the 3T Fitness and JV Impacts have brands that need to be protected. So there's always been concern about what internal information should be exposed. Because of that, I couldn't really do what I wanted to originally. Now, somehow Age of Jeremy became me sharing my intimate political beliefs while trying to provide insight into building a company. When 3T Fitness opened up in November or the end of October, early November, it opened up in Mesa, Arizona. And it was just taking up all of my time, and Age of Radio kind of suffered because of this, because of the way that I was aligning my time or the allotment of time that I had based off of working at the bank, working at 3T Fitness, trying to figure out what's going on with our JV Impacts brand, and then trying to build Age of Radio. But now 3T Fitness is up and running and doing very well. So since that's up and running, now I can refocus on Age of Radio and what I need to do to really build Age of Radio. And there's 4 things that I thought of that need to be the building blocks of Age of Radio. So number 1 is the infrastructure. What I mean by that is the infrastructure that goes into the technologies that we use to do the podcasting, how people sign up for the podcasting, specifically because the system that we had in place was really difficult. And then we need to focus on innovation, which is how we're creating new shows, how we're creating new media, how our website's working, things of that nature, education, and then, of course, entertainment. And to the education portion of it, it doesn't really mean like education like the education for the audience. I mean, that's a part of it, but also the education for the hosts, because the purpose of Age of Radio is to help content creators share their stories. And to us and to me, content creators can be anything like blogging, it can be videos, it can be podcasting. It's just right now we have this focus on podcasting because that's one of the best, I guess, mediums to share content. And then, of course, the entertainment piece is what are the shows that Age of Radio is putting out, how we're finding new shows for people to listen to, and then how we're getting those to our audience and that they're enjoying them. Now, these 4 principles make up our company, and you can read more about them at ageofradio.org/about. But the most important right now, and the base of the rest of them, is really focused around the infrastructure. My name is Jeremy Quintanilla. This is the story of my life as I build my family business, dive into politics, figure out how to leave a legacy, and all the other adventures life has in store. You're listening to Age of Jeremy Season 2 Tribe.
Keep your hope in your heart, keeps you alive. There's a revolution taking place right now. It's going on all around us in places that we work, and a lot of people aren't even aware that it's going on. The revolution I'm referring to is the remote working revolution. For those of you who have not heard of remote working before, perhaps you've heard the terms telecommuting or teleworker, referring to somebody who on occasion works from their house, or perhaps even in one of your workplaces, a mysterious person who seems to get work done, but you've never met in person and perhaps suspect that they don't even really exist. I'm one of those people, and I'm going to talk with you about that for a little bit. This has been a long time coming, and it's not just because we were waiting for the technology to catch up. In fact, the technology has been here for a while. So I want to start off with a quote from a remote programmer named Mountain Ghosts on Twitter. 1995, the information superhighway will mean anyone can do anything from anywhere. 2015, must be willing to relocate to San Francisco. This is actually an excerpt from a job posting for a San Francisco-based tech company that writes software specifically for the purpose of remote collaboration.
So why is this important, and how are we going to do it? Well, part of the future of Age of Radio is going to mean remote working. We have the technologies to work from anywhere. So how does Age of Radio grow into one of the largest media companies that promotes remote work? And the answer to that is through our infrastructure. Well, it's super important to keep costs low, not only in the case of a profit-making company, or even for a co-op that's trying to create a profit. What's important is to keep the costs low. Now, the first Age of Radio pod studio, these I call satellites, will be in Glendale, Arizona. But the people that want to build this company and believe in what we're doing is growing. They're all across the country. There's Nikki and Angel from Color Me Dead. They're located in Utah. Jimmy Bones is in Central Phoenix. John Vasquez, or Coach JV, is in Mesa, Arizona. Ben is in Portland. Ben's part of our sports network that we're trying to create. There's also Blake, who's a big part of our sports network with the Fantasy Sports Gaming Network that we're currently working on. And I believe that he's in Illinois. And I think eventually team members will be all across the globe. Now, we'll obviously have physical infrastructure, but it's really important that we start learning and creating with collaborative tools that allow us to work from anywhere in the world or across the globe. Now, this culture with the infrastructure is super important. And even though I wish we were sponsored by Microsoft, so Microsoft, if anybody from Microsoft is hearing this, we would love to be sponsored by you, but we're not. But I feel that Microsoft has the best collaboration tools that work seamlessly within each other. So, for example, there's Microsoft Outlook, there's Microsoft Teams, there's Microsoft Stream, and then there's Microsoft Planner. And I'm passing up on Slack and Facebook Workplace, but I know a bunch of other companies use them, so I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with them. It's just that with integrating between the Microsoft platform, I find it very easy, and it's really easy to get team members up and running on that system itself. But I don't have anything wrong. I don't find anything wrong with Facebook Workplace or Slack. But I'm choosing to stay with Microsoft. Now, I'm sure everyone knows what Outlook is, but I don't know if everybody knows what Stream is, what Teams are, and what Planner is.
Hi there. Welcome to Microsoft Teams, a collaboration app that helps your team stay organized and have conversations all in one place. Let's start with, what else? Teams. Here, you can see a list of all the teams you're part of. Teams are made up of channels. You can build them by topic, department, or just for fun. Channels are where the real work gets done, where you hold meetings, have team conversations, and share files. At the top of each channel, you'll find tabs. They're like links to your favorite files, apps, and services.
Okay, everybody, it's Michael E. Cullen II.
And I'm Sesame and Carta from the All Too Real 2 podcast. We're passionate about movies, TV, and pretty much all things pop culture.
Dive into the chaos of failed sitcoms, direct-to-video sequels, and the quirky realms of cinema and TV.
Join us every Thursday for your dose of All Too Real 2 entertainment.
We'll guide you through debates like whether Howard the Duck qualifies as a superhero.
Ponder if Larry the Cable Guy could be the new Rock or Schwarzenegger.
Discover if some shows and movies should have stayed in the cutting room.
Ever heard of a sitcom featuring that dictator with the funny mustache? Well, we watched it.
We're dedicated to unraveling the peculiarities of pop culture, sometimes with awesome guests.
So, if you're into the eccentric world of pop culture,
listen and subscribe to All Too Real 2.
Available wherever you find podcasts
and on Age of Radio.
Your business is a community that shares ideas, stories, and information every day. Here's a better way to do just that. Introducing Microsoft Stream, the smartest way to upload, organize, and share video content company-wide. Stream adds intelligence to the way you engage with content. Speech within the video is automatically transcribed, which not only enhances accessibility, but enables deep search within a video. Facial detection helps you visualize where each person is and lets you jump to the exact moment that's important to you, just by clicking on the speaker's timeline. Stream is built for collaboration, making it easy to bring video into the apps you use every day, like Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, Yammer, and more. Now anyone in your company can easily add a video to your Microsoft Stream site. Just add a description, a hashtag or two, choose who can see it, and publish. Trending videos are served up on your personalized homepage, along with channels you create or follow. One for HR, training, company events, you decide. It's also easy to like videos and share them with others. And Stream is available as part of Office 365 or a standalone
Teams is
solution.
Collaborative, it's a workspace, and it allows us to connect with each other in a lot better fashion than, say, doing IMing or text messaging or doing group text messaging and things of that nature. Stream allows us to create our own video on-demand channels. So it's a place that we are able to upload videos that we may like, that we want other people to see within the organization. It also lets us, or lets me as the active CEO right now, to be able to have like live video, well, not live video, but video on demand that I can tell messages to the different teams that we're creating as we grow this organization. And it's important for sharing information within an organization. And it also allows us to teach people that are in different geographical locations. And I think that this makes Stream one of the best underutilized or unused or maybe possibly even unknown technology applications or office applications that exist that Microsoft does offer. And it's really important because it allows us to share messages with one another across the workspace. And then Planner, which I didn't have a good video clip or audio clip, I guess in this case, to add to this. Planner really allows you to manage projects and tasks. So within Planner, you can assign tasks to different individuals. And then they're able to see those tasks and they get emailed when a new task has been assigned to them. And then they can go in and manage whatever projects they're working on. And we're able to move forward with different projects that we're trying to complete. And there's a lot of them that I'm trying to do with Age of Radio, and I don't have all of, the employees that I need, and I'm not managing them because my time still, is a little bit split up between 3T Fitness and with Age of Radio, but I'm being able to spend a lot more time with Age of Radio. So for instance, with Planner, my mother, she owns October Revolution Corporation with me, which is the corporation that owns Age of Radio, or she's a shareholder in it. And essentially there's a business that she's been working on that I'm helping her work with that's also under the October Revolution Evolution Corporation umbrella, but nonetheless, the point is that she's able to go in to do the Age of Radio accounting and QuickBooks, and then it also keeps her and lets her know what we're kind of focusing on, and where we're at with the revenue and the expenses for that business. But if I need something for her to do, I can add that to Planner, and then that task shows up for her, and then she can get that done. And the same thing goes with Danielle and Nikki and Charlie and Adam and all the other individuals that are part of our Microsoft suite that we're working with. So having these types of apps really help build the infrastructure that we're trying to do here. And within that infrastructure, it's really about collaboration and being able to work with each other in different parts of the country. Because as we grow, and as we move into some of the other, divisions or departments that we're trying to create within Age of Radio, it's really important that we have all of this planned out so then it's easy to add people on. So like when Jessica Malik, she's actually working with us on trying to do some of our Facebook ads and really focus on our Facebook group, which a lot of this season is going to be about. And so with her, when she came on, it was easy to just add her within Microsoft, and then she has all of access to all of these different applications. And then it's important with the streams piece. The streams has all of the video that I want them to look through to learn how to use the technology and how we're going to implement it within the organization. And it's just fantastic seeing, an organization really come together and grow. And that's not possible without really focusing on that infrastructure. And without having that strong piece of the infrastructure and the foundation of what you're trying to do, it's really difficult to grow your business and add different pieces in, because when you're adding different pieces in, or when you're moving in a different direction, or if you have to pivot in your strategy and you don't have that infrastructure, then you're not able to do it quickly because you have to stall to figure out how to add in some of these new pieces. And so as you build the company, that base is really the foundation of everything that you're wanting to do. And that base for us is infrastructure. So where does this leave us? Well, it is the first step in building a team and building a culture and ultimately building a tribe.
This method, mass marketing, requires average ideas, because you're going to the masses, and plenty of ads. What we've done as spammers is tried to hypnotize everyone into buying our idea, hypnotize everyone into donating to our cause, hypnotize everyone into voting for our candidate. And unfortunately, it doesn't work so well anymore either. But there's good news around the corner, really good news. I call it the idea of tribes. What tribes are is a very simple concept that goes back 50,000 years. It's about leading and connecting people and ideas. And it's something that people have wanted forever. Lots of people are used to having a spiritual tribe or a church tribe, having a work tribe, having a community tribe. But now, thanks to the internet, thanks to the explosion of mass media, thanks to a lot of other things that are bubbling through our society around the world, tribes are everywhere. The internet was supposed to homogenize everyone by connecting us all. Instead, what it's allowed is silos of interest. So you got the red hat ladies over here, you got the red hat triathletes over there. You got the organized armies over here, you got the disorganized rebels over here. You got people in white hats making food and people in white hats sailing boats. The point is that you can find Ukrainian folk dancers and connect with them because you want to be connected. That people on the fringes can find each other, connect, and go somewhere. Every town that has a volunteer fire department understands this way of thinking. Now, it turns out this is a legitimate non-photoshopped photo. People I know who are firemen told me that this is not uncommon, and that what firemen do to train sometimes is they take a house that's going to be torn down and they burn it down instead and practice putting it out, but they always stop and take a picture. So, the pirate tribe is a fascinating one. They got their own flag, they got the eye patches. You can tell when you're running into someone in a tribe. And it turns out that it's tribes, not money, not factories, that can change our world, that can change politics, that can align large numbers of people. Not because you forced them to do something against their will, but because they wanted to connect. That what we do for a living now, all of us, I think, is find something worth changing and then assemble tribes that spread the idea, and it becomes something far bigger than ourselves. It becomes a movement.
Age of Jeremy would like to give special thanks to Seth Godin for letting us use his book Tribes as the name and jumping off point for Season 2. Buy his best-selling book Tribes, linked below. Our Season 2 song is Autumn by Trophy Eyes from their album American Dream, released in America by Hopeless Records. Age of Jeremy was recorded using Steinberg's Cubase, Audio-Technica mics, Audio-Technica headphones, Focusrite interfaces, and Waves plugins. Check out the links in the description below.